So hello everyone. So today we will continue the chapter that is measurement of area. So in the last class we have solved some numericals on Simpson's one-third rule and trapezoidal rule. So today we are going to solve a practical problem. Let us see. Okay. So this is the problem. Second. Yes. So this one is the problem. It is said that a page of the field book of a cross-staff survey is given in the figure. So this is the figure which is given is the survey result using a cross-staff, and this is given in the figure. Okay. So plot the required figure and calculate the relevant area. That means we need to plot a figure using this particular data. This is actually given in the field book. You already know, I have shown you how the field book looks like. There is a center line, you can see something like this, and we need to measure some offsets. These are the offsets, these are the perpendicular offsets, okay, because these are 90-degree angle, so that is why these are perpendicular. If there is the offsets are taken in some inclination, something like this, okay, so these are called the oblique offsets. Okay, so here all the data that is given over here, those are perpendicular offsets. Now this is the chain edge, you can see the center line, you can see the value 20, 40, 65, these are the chain edge. Okay, now we need to draw the, that means we need to plot the figure from which we can fill this particular data. You can see this is the table that we need to fill with the data which is given over here. Okay, so let's convert this diagram. So first I will make the center line first. So let us make the center line over here. Second, this is very much thin. Consider this one is the center line. So here initially the starting point is 0, right? So consider this point is 0. Now the offset which is taken at 20 chain edge, you can see this is the 20 chain edge. So consider this one is the 20, then this one is the 40, because you can see the offset which is taken after 20 is 40. So consider this one is 40. Okay, so this one is 20, this one is 40, then this one is 65. So consider this one is 65. Now after 65 we have the offset that is 90. So consider this one is 90. Now the last value, this one, that is 110. It is the ending point, right? So 110, and this one is 0. Now what we need to do is we need to make the offsets. The offset value over here, that is 42, you can see, and the point is C. So we will make a line over here, and let's try to make it on a scale. So this particular value is 42 and the point is C. So C in bracket we can write it is 42. Similarly, at 40 offset the value is 20. So it will be something half of the value, right? So consider the point is over here, and the notation, that is D. So D, it is 20 in bracket we can write like this, right? Now coming to the next part, that is this one 65. So 65, it is in the right hand side. So here it will be value is 58. Okay, so 58 is greater than 42, right? So let's come over here. So this is E. So E is 58. I don't have any values over here. So in 90 I have a value that is 60, very higher value. So let's make it over here 60. So and the nomenclature is F. Now I have made all the offsets. Now what we need to do, I just need to add this all points. That means, and what is the name of this point? Is it given or not? It is B. So let's make it some thicker. So this point is B point. Here the value is 110, it is 0, and it is A point. So let's connect all these points. So it is something like this. we just need to connect all those points. These are straight line. Okay, I am not able to make exact straight line. These are straight line. Now you just give the number, that means we have divided the total area into small parts, right? This is consider number 1, this is 2, this is number 3, and you can consider this one is number 4, this one number 5, and this one is number 6. Now we have small triangles, right, and trapezium also. Now we will put the data whatever we get from this image, from the plot, and I will put over here in this particular table. So firstly, let's consider the triangle AC, and let's give the name over here, that is let's consider this one as G. Second, very thin. Let's consider this one is G, this one is H, this one is I, and this one is J. Okay, so this particular point, basically these are the values of the chain edge. Okay, so let's put the values. So let us consider the triangle AC and G, A, C and G. So from this triangle ACG, we can write here the figure triangle ACG, and what is the value of the chain edge? The starting point is 0 and the final ending point is 20, right? So we will write over here 0 and 20. Okay, and what is the base value? Base value means this one, this particular value is the base value. That means if I draw the same triangle over here, if this is A, this one is C, and this one is G, so the chain edge value is here 0 and here it is 20. So I have written over here 0, 20, and the base value is nothing but this particular distance, the length of the base, and that one is 20, right? So base value is 20. Now coming to the offsets. So what is the offset value? So at 0, what is the offset value? Offset value is also 0, and at 20 chain edge, what is the offset? Offset is this particular distance, and that is actually 42. So we will write here 0 and 42. You understood? At 0 chain edge we have offset value 0, and at 20 chain edge we have offset value 42. So that is why we have written here 0 and 42. So what is the mean value of these two? Mean value is 21, because 0 plus 42 by 2, you can get the value, that is 21. And now area. Okay, I will determine the area later on. Okay, you can directly determine the area also. You can see, to determine the area we just need to multiply column 4 with the column 6. So which one is the column 4? This one is the column number 4, and this one is the column number 6. So you just multiply these two values, that means 20 into 21, and you will get the area. Okay, so at last I will determine all the values of the areas. Okay, so now after determining the area of this one section, this one, we will determine the area of this area which is denoted by 2. Okay, so it is basically a trapezium, right? So you can write over here trapezium GCEI, G, C, E and I. So in this trapezium portion we can write the same thing, like, okay, I am removing this portion. So which one I am considering? G, C, E, I, right? So the shape is something like this. Right, and here the chain edge value, here it is 20, and here the chain edge value is 65. this particular offset is how much? 42, and this particular offset is how much? 58, right? And so we can put the values. So chain edge value, it is 20 and 65, right? So let's put here 20 and 65. Base value means the total distance, this one. The base value is how much? 65 minus 20, that will be 45. So you can put here 45. Offset 42 and 58. So 42 and 58. Mean value, that means the mean value of these two, that means 42 plus 58 by 2. So what will be the value? I think 50. Yes. So you can write here 50. And what will be the area? Base into mean, that means 45 into 50, right? So now coming to the next part, that means number 3. So let us remove this. So let's plot here. The triangle is something like this, and it is I, and it is E, and it is B. Sorry. Sorry. So we know the chain edge value at here, that is 65, and at the end B point the chain edge value is 110, and here the offset value is 0, and here the offset value is how much? 58. And this particular base distance you can determine 110 minus 65, and that is 45, right? Yes, 45. Now we just put the value over here. Let's put it. So here it is a triangle. So triangle IEB, we can write the chain edge value 65 and 110. 65 and 110. The base is, what is the value of the base? That is 45. Offset value is which one? 0. First one is the 58 and second one is the 0. So 58 and 0, right? And what is the mean of these two? That means 58 plus 0 by 2. So that means it is 29. So everything is correct. Now what will be the value? If you multiply this base and mean, you can determine the area. So 45 into 29. Now coming to the next portion, number 4. Okay, so let us remove this. So the triangle will be something like this. It is something like this, and you can see that the top portion it is 110, the chain edge. Here it is 90, and this particular length is 60, and what will be the base? This one is 20. Simple, 110 minus 90, 20. Now you get all the data. So you can write over here, what is the nomenclature? This one is P, this one is F, and this one is IJ, this one is J. Okay, this one is J actually. Now we can write over here that from the triangle BFJ, what we can write? That the base here is 90 and 110, 90 and 110, right? And what is the base distance? That is 20, and the offset value is, when you see from this side, first is 0 and second one is 60. So 0 and 60. And what is the mean value? Mean of 0 plus 60 is definitely 30. So you can write over here 30. Now you need to multiply these two, base and mean. So 30 into 20, very simple, 600. So now last two remaining portion, that means 5 and 6. Let us determine these two. So very simple, if you draw those number area 5, so it will be something like yes, this is number 5, something like this, and here you can see that the chain edge value, this is actually H point, this is J point, this is F point, and this is D point, the trapezium. Let's remove the center portion. Okay, now you know the value of the chain edge. This one is 40, this one is 90, this one the length 60, length is 60, right? The offset value over here is 60 and the offset value over here, that is 20. So very simple, and let's determine the base value. Base is 90 minus 40, that is 50. So we know all the value. So we can write from the trapezium DHJF. DHJF. So what will be the chain edge value? 40 and 90. So 40 and 90. The base value is 50 over here. The offset value is 20 and 60. So 20 and 60. The mean value will be 20 plus 60 by 2, that will be 40, right? So we can write the area, that will be you can write over here offset 60 and 20 also, if you see from this side. Now the area will be mean into the base, that is 40 into 50, 40 into 50, that will be 2000. So the remaining portion, last one, the remaining portion, the last triangle that we are going to consider, that is this one. This is A and this one is H and this one is D, right? And you know the chain edge here, it is 0, the chain edge here it is 40, yes it is 40, and the offset value here, that is 20, right? And here the offset value is 0. So we can determine okay, the base value, base is 40, 40 minus 0, that will be definitely 40. So this is a triangle, so this is triangle AHD, triangle AHD, and the chain edge is 0, 40, or you can say 40, 0, anyone, 0 and 40. The base value is 40, the offset value 0 and 20, 0 and 20, and the mean will be definitely 10. So you can multiply 10 into 40, 40 into 10. So this is actually the area. Now if you determine individually the values of this come around, okay, in the remarks column you can write that area equals to column number 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, 5, 6, 7. You can write column number 4 into column number 6. Rather you can write also directly the base into mean, the area equals to, okay. In the remarks column you just need to write that, and if you determine the area of individual areas, so that will be, first value will be 420, 420. You can also check, cross check. This one will be 2250. This one will be 1305, and this one is very simple, 600. This one I think here will be like something like this, is removed, and this is 2000, and this is 400. So the total, if you make the summation, that of the total area, it will be yes, it will be 6975 meter square, because all the values are given in meter, okay. If you need to mention the units over here, you can also mention that these are in basically meter. This is also in meter. this is in meter square. Okay, others are in meter. Okay, so this is the total area, that is 6975 meter square, that is given in the question. Okay, so in this way you can solve this type of problem. Okay, so let us solve this problem. Here it is said that the following offsets were taken at 15 meter intervals from a survey line to an irregular boundary line. So consider, if this is a survey line, we have taken some offsets, something like this. Okay, and we have got a area, something like this. So this is said in the first line. Now the values of the offsets are given. These are the values of the offsets. That means these distances, they are basically the offsets, and they are perpendicular offsets. Okay, as it is not mentioned over here, they are actually perpendicular offsets. Now the values of these offsets are given. So let us draw it accurately. Okay, so suppose this is the survey line, and we have how many numbers of offsets are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here we have 10 number of offsets. So consider this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Consider this one as 10. So what is the values of the offsets? The first one is 3.5. So consider this is 3.5. Second one is 4.3. So let us consider this one 4.3. Third one is 6.75. Then it is 5.25. Then it is 7. Yes, so this one is 7.50. Then it is 8.80. then it is 7.90. then it is 6.40. it is 4.40, and it is 3.25. So let us connect this. I have tried to make it in a scale, although it is not correct. Okay, so it is taken at, okay, this is where, okay, it should be where 15 meter intervals. That means the distance between each two consecutive offsets is 15 meter. Okay, so all the values, these are the 15 meter. That means the common distance, you can say here, is 15 meter, and the offset value is given. This is 3.5, this is 4.3, this is 6.75, this one is 5.25, this is 7.50, this is 8.8, this is 7.9, this is 6.4, this is 4.4, and this is 3.25. Now we need to determine the area. So which rule we should apply over here? Look, basically if you need to accurate result, then you need to apply the Simpson's rule. But you already know Simpson's rule can be applied at that particular cases where the number of ordinates should be in odd number. But here the number of ordinates, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that means what? We can't apply here Simpson's rule. We can apply Simpson's rule up to this portion. Up to this portion we can apply the Simpson's rule, because if we apply up to this portion Simpson's rule, you can see the number of ordinate will be 9. So it is odd number. So considering that portion, you can apply the Simpson's rule, and the remaining portion can be applied a trapezoidal rule. And if you make the summation of those two, you can get the accurate result compared to the trapezoidal rule. If you apply the trapezoidal rule in the total portion, that will be not more accurate compared to the previous one. So that is why we will apply this one rule, that means the trapezoidal rule. We will apply the trapezoidal rule. And what is the trapezoidal rule? If you apply the trapezoidal rule, the area we consider, the total area, the formula will be d by 2 first ordinate plus last ordinate plus 2 into other ordinates. This is the formula, right? So you can put here d means what here? 15. So 15 by 2, first ordinate is 3.5, last ordinate is 3.25, and plus 2 into other means this all, that means 4.3. you just need to write all the things. 4.3 plus 6.75 plus 5.25 plus 7.50 plus 8.8 plus 7.9 plus 6.4 plus 4.4. Okay. So if you solve this, you will get the value, that is 820.125. 820.125 meter square. Okay. So this is if you apply the trapezoidal rule, but the technique that I have told previously, you can apply the Simpson's 1/3 rule for up to this portion, and you can apply the trapezoidal rule in this separate portion, and you will get then two areas. One area A1 for the up to this portion, and plus A2 for this portion. Then if you add this A1 plus A2, A1 will be determined using the Simpson's 1/3 rule. Okay. The technique I have already told in the previous classes. So you can apply the A1, you can determine the A1 using the Simpson's 1/3 rule, and you can determine the A2 using the trapezoidal rule, and you just sum up those two, and the result I will just told you today. This is your you just try it, this is your task. A1 plus A2, if you apply that, the value that you get, that is 813.38 meter square. This is the result if you use that particular technique. Okay. So I have given the answer, you just try with yourself and let me know. If you can't able to do that, I will definitely solve this. Okay. Thank you.